Zay?
Yeah, that's right.
Christian, man.
Hey, we gonna dap it up, man.
How you doing?
You see the sun?
Shanetta.
You see the sun? Look at the sun. We out here teaching about the injustices of America, man. Why this place gonna be destroyed? Because the system is corrupt, man. It's unjust. Look at Joe Biden, man. Y'all see what you know? Hunter Biden, right?
Yeah.
You know Joe Biden. He made the law on the war on drugs, right?
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons. So I don't want to ask, what made them do this? They must be taken off the street. Tens of thousands of them, born out of wedlock, without parents, without supervision, without any structure, without any conscience developing. They literally have not had an opportunity. We should focus on them now. If we don't, they will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets that society has, in fact, in part because of its neglect, created. Again, it does not mean because we created them. That we somehow forgive them or do not take them out of society to protect my family and yours from them. They are beyond the pale, many of those people. We have no choice but to take them out of society. And the truth is, we don't very well know how to rehabilitate them at that point. That's the sad truth.
On black people.
Yeah.
Right? But then he said Hunter Biden should be given all this care and love, and we should care for him. He's on drugs, but look, we don't care. He needs help.
I just laid out the bag. It's 2.06.
2.07 without the bag.
So how long is
2.0.
He's a grown man. He is the smartest man I know. I mean, in pure intellectual capacity. Well, first of all, I'm proud of my son. This is a kid who got, not a kid, he's a grown man. He got hooked on, like many families have had happen, hooked on drugs. He's overcome that. He's established a new life. He is, I'm confident that he is, what he says and does are consistent with what happens.
Yet there was a war on drugs. There was no sympathy, right? You got caught with it, you was gonna do 20 to life. But when it came to Hunter Biden, hey, sweep it under the rug.
Oh yeah, all the politicians are like that.
You see? So the injustice, that's why God's gonna destroy this place. He's coming back with righteous judgment. I'm gonna give you one precept. Give me Isaiah 63 and verse 5, and then I'm gonna let y'all go.
All right.
Listen to this.
It's Isaiah 63 and 5. And it reads, and I looked and there was none to help.
It say what?
And I looked and there was none to help.
So the Most High is looking down to see who's gonna help the blacks, the Hispanics, the Native Americans, the ones that's been downtrodden. Nobody's helping us, but he's watching this. Everybody's watching, everybody know what's going on, but nobody's helping. Read.
And I wondered that there was none to uphold.
So he looking, said it. You mean to tell me nobody's gonna fix this? Nobody's gonna fix this problem? Nobody's gonna uphold what's right.
They too busy sending 500 million to Ukraine.
Oh yeah. Ukraine need help.
Yeah, they need help.
Ukraine really need help. You know, what about the water in Flint?
They still ain't.
No, let's send 500 more to Ukraine.
Done.
Go ahead and read.
And I looked and there was none to help.
So what happened?
And I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation
So
unto
the Lord, since they don't want to do it, the Lord himself is going to do it. And that's what we teach. Nobody's going to bring America up on charges. Who's going to bring America up on charges? All the wrong that, look at Epstein, Pizzagate. Who's going to convict them people? So the Lord's going to have to do it. Who's going to convict these people for putting us in slavery 400 years? And then sweeping it on the rug. So the Lord himself is going to do it. But that's all we got, man. That's all we got, man. I'm not playing basketball no more.
You're not playing no more?
We teaching the word.
All right.
We teaching the word. We not playing games no more. The time for games
So
is
this the
over.
same kid that ran around the Y?
That's Judah.
Dang.
This is Judah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, this young Judah. This is young Judah, right? Well, let's get back to the message. Let's go
Good
back
luck.
to Zephaniah. We don't need luck. We got the Most High. Go ahead. Give me Zephaniah.
There was more in there too.
It was more on that. Go ahead, Doc.
That was fire. It says, and I looked, and there was none to help, and I wondered that there was none to uphold. Therefore my own arm brought salvation unto me.
That's right.
And my fury, it upheld me. And I will tread down the people in my anger,
right,
and make them drunk in my fury, and I will bring down their strength to the earth.
That's the determination. That's the judgment, the final judgment of the Most High on this place. They not thinking about helping us, man. That's long. They not thinking about helping us, man.
They use God's laws.
They do what?
They use God's laws
as what?
As a weapon to maim and kill souls.
Yeah, don't they use the Bible when you go to court? Won't they kill you with that Bible? Mm-hmm. You know, that's why the Lord said, I looked and see if somebody was going to uphold this law to judge righteous. Like Solomon. Solomon judgment, if only we had a king over this place like Solomon, how beautiful it would be, man. You know, I can only imagine like a righteous judge, man, that's not going to show favoritism. That's not going to say, okay, you lie for me, I'm going to lie for you. Because that's what this system is. You lie for me and I'm going to lie for you. We're going to lie for each other. We don't care, you know?
Yet God remains righteous in her midst.
Right. The prophets has been here. How is the Most High remaining righteous in the midst? Because he's always kept a man, a righteous man. He had Noah in the midst. He had Abraham in the midst. Isaac. He had Yahweh in the midst. There's always been a righteous man, right? In the midst, telling people the truth. Go ahead.
He stays at it day after day.
Day after day. You see these prophets on the highways and hedges. You see them on YouTube. Hey, the Lord don't slack, man. The Lord is faithful. Alone. Go ahead.
So I cut off the godly nation.
So he did what?
So I cut off the godless nation.
The Lord said he's going to cut off this godless nation. That's the determination. That's the final judgment of the Most High. And we got to come out here and proclaim it.
I knocked down their defense posts.
Right.
Filled her roads with rubble.
And then what else?
So no one could get through.
And what else?
Her cities were bombed out in ruins.
Hold on, this is Zephaniah? Her cities were what?
Her cities were bombed out in ruins.
So the Lord said he's going to bomb this place, even in Zephaniah. Right? So that's the determination of the Most High. He going to bomb this place.
That's in the message?
That's in the message.
Like, that's not a coincidence he put the spirit on them to use the word bomb. That's crazy.
Bomb?
Yeah.
We didn't put that in there.
Well, if that's what you want, stick around.
Right?
God's decree. Your day is in court.
Your day is in what?
Your day in court is coming.
So there's a day in court coming for these Edomites. Read.
But remember, I'll be there to bring evidence.
To bring what?
I'll be there to bring evidence.
And that's what we doing. We bringing evidence. That's why they hate us. They wouldn't pay attention to us if we were just blabbing. It's the evidence that we bring. Because now what? Jake is opening up the books. Jake is going back and reading the history. Jake is searching things out. It's the evidence. So the Most High is stacking up evidence like a RICO charge, man. You know how much evidence the Most High got against the white man? You think his only crime is against us, against blacks, against the Jews? You think that's his only crime? No, man. The white man has did everything that you wasn't supposed to do, he did. He corrupted the earth, right? He said you can be a boy when you a girl. He said you can be a girl when you a boy. He said you could be both at the same time, plus a dog and a cat.
When my son told me he wanted to start using a litter box instead of a toilet since he identifies as a cat, I immediately went out and bought one. And at first I was just changing it like once every 2 days because, you know, he doesn't go to the bathroom that often. It wasn't that smelly. But then I realized as a family, we waste a lot of water when we flush the toilet. You know, like that's not good for the environment. And I just really want to do my part in keeping the earth habitable. So I decided that my whole family was going to start using the litter box to save water. And since we've done that, I change it multiple times a day. Otherwise, it gets really smelly, as you can imagine. So the answer to your question is multiple times a day. And honestly, I just want to encourage everyone else to consider this, because this plant, we need to take care of Earth, because we got to have a place for future generations to live. But anyway, I hope this is a topic that you guys start taking more seriously. And if you don't want to use a litter box, that's fine. Just find other ways to save the planet.
That's what he said. And then he put God on it. Then he went over there. The Lord said, don't touch. He said, don't divide my holy land. What you think the white man did? The Lord said, don't touch my holy land.
At last, in November of 1947, UN Resolution 181 called for a partition of the Mandate of Palestine into 2 separate states. War was nearly inevitable because the Arab world unanimously rejected the concept of a Jewish state on any land. In fact, the UN-approved partition plan had only granted a relatively small, geographically broken region of Israel's ancient homeland to the Jews.
He went over there and divided. Hey, you can have this part, y'all can have this part, you can have this part. Right? Then the Lord said, don't destroy the earth. What you think the white man do? Did the white man destroy the earth? He destroyed the earth, man. They're still doing it. Sorry. Don't drink the water.
I know.
I wasn't joking. Right? So it's witnesses. The Lord bringing out witnesses, man.
Those people's job is to make sure that there's fluoride in all the water. So your pineal gland will shrivel.
Get calcified or whatever happens to it.
That's all.
The fluoride thing is wild. The fact that people aren't up in arms about them putting fluoride in your fucking drinking water is so crazy. It's so unnecessary.
Good for your teeth.
Right. Despite the fact that there's direct correlations between high levels of fluoride in drinking water and low IQs.
Black person that drink tap water.
Man, black people know better. You see that? We know better than that, man. If it ain't boiled or if it ain't in a bottle that say damn spring or damn electronic, I'm not drinking it, man. You know? So there's the day of judgment. Now let me get that. The Lord's going to sit down and judge the white people, man, for what they done. For the pride, the pompousness they had, man. The pride, man. Go ahead.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancients of days did sit,
right,
whose garment was white as snow.
That judge got garments, man. You can see how they be trying to bite our style, man. Go ahead.
Dang, that's right. And the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Right, but we ain't having no Edomite judge. Go ahead.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as the burning fire.
Go ahead.
A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him.
Read.
Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 stood before him.
That's that group you was talking about. The angels, the 144. It's gonna be live, man. Go ahead.
The judgment was set, and the books were open.
And the books were open. The evidence. The Lord just told us in Zephaniah, we going to court, but I'm coming with my evidence. The books were open. And this is why America not making war with Christians, because they don't have no evidence. They even passing laws right now where it's going to be illegal for you to come out and teach this gospel, man. They trying to take slavery out of the school books now. Now they trying to hide the evidence. The evidence that you was proud for. You was proud for saying that we made y'all slaves. Now they ashamed of it. Now they trying to take it out the schools. They trying to hide the evidence. Esau trying to cover himself up.
Book of Daniel, chapter 7, 23. Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth.
Right.
Which shall be diverse from all kingdoms.
Right. And we living in the fourth beast rulership. And it's diverse because what? What did Egypt have? Egypt had a king, man. What did every other kingdom have? They had a king. This nation is diverse from any other nation because it has a republic, man. It has a senate. We don't have a one-man rulership, right? Read on.
And shall devour the earth, the whole earth.
It did what?
It shall devour the whole earth.
So this kingdom that's in rulership right now has devoured the Most High's beautiful earth, man. This earth was once beautiful. It's still beautiful in certain places, but can you imagine when the Most High first created this thing? Especially, can you imagine America when it was uninhabited? Or even when the natives was here? Can you imagine how beautiful it was? Especially down south, man. I don't know how many brothers been down south, but down south is beautiful, man. Certain parts in Georgia, and Florida, and South Carolina, North Carolina, you start going over there, I'm talking about it is beautiful, man. And it's green. Everything's green. And there's trees everywhere. And there's wildlife and there's birds. And you can smell the ocean. When you go into Florida, when you enter Florida, you can smell the ocean. It smells beautiful, man. Go ahead.
And shall tread it down and break it into pieces.
That's what these people did. You know, I can imagine Indiana was probably beautiful one day, but it's a cave now. Go ahead.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He shall what?
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He shall speak great words against the Most High. Read on.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
We tired. The saints of the Most High is tired. And we still fight. Go ahead.
And things change the times and the laws.
Right.
And they shall be given unto his hand, until a time and a times, and a dividing of time.
So the Most High said, look, this kingdom was going to change times and laws. Also, this kingdom was going to take my chosen people. They was going to be in his hands for a time, a times, and half a times. Read on.
The judgment shall sit.
But the judgment shall sit. What's going to happen?
They shall take away his dominion.
What's going to happen?
They shall take away his dominion.
The Most High going to strip these people of every ounce of power that you ever had. Go ahead.
To consume and to destroy it unto the end.
And he's going to be consumed by fire. That's going to be the judgment of America. The Most High is going to burn this place with fire. And all the people that live therein for the wicked judgment that they committed on the blacks, Hispanics, on the earth, on the plants, on the water, and on the animals. They're going to be burned with fire.
This second Esdras 12 and 10. And he said unto me, this is the interpretation of the vision.
Right.
The eagle whom thou sawest come up from the sea is the kingdom which was seen in the vision of thy brother Daniel.
We just read it. Judah just read it. The fourth beast, the eagle. Read on.
That's mighty. It says, but it was not expounded unto him, therefore now I declare it unto thee.
Right, because Daniel didn't know the eagle was America. The eagle was the European empire.
And that was way before his time.
Right, but we can see. We got more, we can see, we got more knowledge. We can clearly see who this eagle is today. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the days will come that there shall rise up a kingdom upon earth, and it shall be feared above all the kingdoms that were before it.
Right, America is feared more than any other kingdom, man. Go ahead.
Yes. Second Esdras 12:31. And the lion whom thou sawest rising, and the lion whom thou sawest rising up out of the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle and rebuking her for her unrighteousness.
That's what the Lord's going to do. Yahweh Shah, he's the lion. He's going to roar. He's going to rebuke this eagle for his wicked deeds, man. Read on.
With all the words which thou hast heard. This is the anointed which the highest have kept for them.
Right, the Lord held him back, Yahweh Shah. They think Yahweh Shah coming to save them. The person who y'all coming call Jesus coming back to chop off your head, man. The Lord's kept him back. Yahweh Shah been wanting to get loose, man, for his brother. Yahweh Shah love his people, man. It said the Lord kept him back. Go ahead.
Hath kept them for their Salakia. This is the anointed which the highest have kept for them and for their wickedness unto the end. He shall reprove them and shall upbraid them with their cruelty.
With their cruelty. What else?
For he shall set them before him alive in judgment.
And what?
He shall set them before him alive in judgment.
Right, the Lord going to drag these people. It's going to be a great, that's going to be a sight to see. When the judgment is set on this kingdom. That's going to be a beautiful sight to see. What else going to happen?
And shall rebuke them and correct them.
And rebuke and correct them. So there will be no salvation. There'll be no cold salvation for Edomites, for white people, and for Israelites. There's going to be a separate lot. The Lord told us this. Give me that in the rest of Esther 10 and verse 10. 2 lots. Now he's going to reprove and correct them. Now what he's going to do to his people.
Verse 34. For the rest of my people shall he deliver with mercy. Those that have been pressed upon my borders, and he shall make them joyful unto the coming of the day of judgment.
So there's salvation for the Israelites, and there's judgment for the Edomites and the rest of the nations. It'll tell you that in the rest of Esther, chapter 10, verse 10. Let's show these 2 judgments, man.
This is the book of rest to Esther, chapter 10 and verse 10. Therefore hath he made 2 lots, one for the people of God, and another for all the Gentiles.
So there's 2 lots, man, that we gonna stand. One for the people of God and another for the Gentiles.
Look at 2nd Esdras chapter 11 verse 37. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion chased out of the wood, and I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle.
Right.
And said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the 4 beasts, whom I made to reign in my world?
Right, and these Christians don't understand prophecy, man. And that's all we going into, man. Zephaniah, Esdras, Revelations, right? Read on.
That the end of their times might come through them.
So the end of the world is coming through the 4 beasts, America, the eagle. That's plain. Ain't gonna be another rulership after this. America is the end of the world. Jacob is the world that comes. What'd he say?
He said, that's right.
You see that? We witnesses, man. Witnesses, man. Go ahead.
And the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past.
Right.
And had power over the world with great fearfulness.
With great fearfulness, man. Why? Because, man, America got some stuff, man. They know, these countries know to bomb America is the end of the world. And these people don't want to really let go. That's why that's why Jake needs to be smart. You're going to keep on hearing of wars and rumors of wars. You're going to hear these people talking about what they going to do, but they know to bomb America is the end of the world.
That's right.
So these people don't want to die. The Lord's going to have to force them. Right? So Jake got to be aware of that. Go ahead.
A quick point. It said it earlier in the 2nd Esdras, he called the beast the eagle. And it said the 4th beast was the only one that remained that had power to rule over the nations. Mm-hmm. It all pinpoints back to Babylon, America. There's no getting around it.
You can't get around it.
Kind of says, verse 40, and the 4th came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression.
That's what the white man do. He much wicked oppression. He go around the whole earth and oppress people, man. Wickedly though. You know? Go ahead.
And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit.
That's how he ruled, with deceit. He got you thinking that you the Gentile and he the child of God. Think about that, man. How did he trick God's chosen son to think that he's a Gentile? And he's God's chosen son. Now you looking at this unmelanated as, cave beast, dying of all type of diseases. They all getting that only 1 in a million people get this disease, and they all got one. And they all got one. 1 in 3 trillion people get this disease, and you got it. How the hell did you get it? How did you get that disease, and yet you the chosen God's people?
Right.
Go ahead.
Verse 41. For the earth hast thou not judged with truth.
See that? We talked about that judgment. The earth, America, has been given authority. He's been given this. The Most High gave the white man this position of power to rule and judge in true justice and truth and equity, but he didn't. The earth has thou not judged in truth. Read.
Verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek.
Instead of giving out righteous judgment like Solomon, he said, hey man, let's cut more babies in half. Ain't that what the white man said? Let's abort more babies.
Right.
Let's snatch more babies out the womb. Go ahead.
Thou hast hurt the peaceable.
Right.
Thou hast loved liars.
Right.
And destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit.
Right, man.
And hast cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm.
The book's open.
That gotta be talking about the Native Americans.
Yeah. It's talking about the natives. Those that brought forth fruit and did thee no harm. So, man, hold on. This is Yahweh Shah telling this the lion telling this to the eagle. So obviously the Most High is keeping a record. And it don't matter how much they persecute us, how much they try to demonize us and say that we lying, the record's still not gonna change. If we don't say it, somebody else gonna say it. What America has done, what these white people have done, cannot be erased. You're trying to throw it under the rug, but the Lord has kept record for all the evils that you've done, all the prejudice, all the injustice, all the wickedness that you've done in this earth, man. He has not forgotten. Go ahead.
Therefore is thy wrongful dealing come up unto the highest.
Right, that smell, man. That's a foul odor, man. Imagine the smell of how many babies? 70 million babies aborted. Imagine that smell. Imagine the cry of those aborted babies to the Most High. Go ahead.
And thy pride unto the mighty.
And they don't care, man. Go ahead.
The highest also have looked upon the proud times, and behold, they are ended.
They're done, man. The Most High said America's finished. That's what the Most High said. The Most High said he's tired of the injustice. He's tired of the robbery and the rape and the murder. And your time is done. Go ahead.
They are ended and his abominations are fulfilled.
Read.
And therefore appear no more, thou eagle.
He said what?
And therefore appear no more, thou eagle.
Hey, white people about to vanish. He said, appear no more, thou eagle. Read.
Nor thy horrible wings.
Thy horrible wings. That's why our people shouldn't vote. Democratic, Republic, is the same wicked, evil bird. Read.
Nor thy wicked feathers.
Right.
For thy malicious heads. Nor thy hurtful claws, nor all thy vain body.
The body is the people. The Lord said, appear no more. The claws is the military. The Lord's going to wipe this place off the earth, man. These people off the earth. You know that proud eagle? That proud eagle, he going to tear that eagle apart. Wing by wing, limb by limb, feather by feather. And it's going to be a beautiful sight to see. Go ahead.
That all the earth may be refreshed.
Be what?
That all the earth may be refreshed.
It's a feeling. Jake, it's a long time since you felt that refreshing feeling. You don't know what it feels like. You don't know what it feels like to live a life living the earth without oppression.
Real quick, when I was driving home today, I just kept seeing people get pulled over, and I just got to thinking to myself, like, man, like, what if it was no Edomites left on the earth? I would feel so much happy. Imagine that, if it was no Edomites on earth, you better go do what you want to do. Free, you know, it would be so much more peaceful, man.
Bro, man, you talking heaven while I'm in hell. Man, just imagine a place without these people. Man, you think black people care how much water you collecting? Hell no, man. No. That's the determination of the Most High.
The book of 2nd Esdras 12:3.
Read.
And I saw, and behold, there appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt, so that the earth was in great fear.
See that? So the whole body of this eagle is going to be burnt for the injustice. The Lord's going to have to stand up in righteousness because nobody else will. And that's the end of the story, man. That's the beginning, the middle, and end of the story. All praise to the Most High.
That's the real mic drop.
That's the real mic drop. You know, you can't, Esau can't go in there. You can't add nothing to it, man. Can't add nothing to it, man. All praise to the Most High. Hey, shalom, man.